It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see Sean Murphy-Bunting. He's now up to 40 tackles from a secondary spot this season. It's the Seahawks and the Titans, and it's all up next.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They've gone a full half season since their last loss, winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Meanwhile, a happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Well, the Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
From the 24 now, here's second and a couple. And here's a give to Spears. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Yeah, they'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They've said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
On 1st down, Tannehill. That's complete. It's Josh Wiley. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yards.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, They said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. Here's a Tennessee native from just outside of Memphis, Ken Walker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Perfect execution on that inside handoff, and then a little will, a little brute strength to move forward after the contact.
What do we call that now in today's NFL? Heck, in today's football? Contact balance, right? That's the buzzword, the phrase you hear. A back who can absorb contact, bounce off of it, and keep moving. Just what you said, brute strength, force of will.
Outright to Smith and Jigba. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Geno. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 19. To Charbonnet. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 10 as they've got it as we resume action. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure. Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
After the interception, here's Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Myers' kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Hand off to Spears. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
On 3rd down, here's Spears.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Smith.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Completes this to Colton Dowell. Down the right sideline. Touchdown!
A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Titans are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now maybe a free play here for Smith. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. A shotgun snap for Smith.
This is the tight end fan.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Gino on 1st down. It's caught at the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 39 that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Smith now to throw.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal. If it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Throwing again is Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jake Bobo
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Kadarrell Hodge, a touchdown reception. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that one all tied. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
On first down, it's Smith. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, this will be Dallas. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
2nd and 10 at the Titans' 42-yard line.
Again, it's Charbonnet. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 19. 19 yards that time for number 19. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Gino.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. DJ Dallas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That's good for the Titans. First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Tannehill. And that's complete to Westbrook-Akine. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 46-yard line.
And now a run with Spears. Oh, able to avoid him.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
53 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Tannehill.
Got an open man to the right. That's Wesco. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Second and 10.
Here's Tannehill. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So third and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
He'll look to throw. caught by his tight end, Wesco.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st and 10, Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet.
And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
There's Charbonnet once again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Smith. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Pete Carroll none too pleased with that last call. He's going to throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Able to find Dowell. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Open man, Westbrook-Akine. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Tannehill throwing again.
He'll get that complete to Dowell. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 38-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now it's Tannehill. Throw here taken in by Wiley, the tight end.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. That one's taken in by Spears.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Seahawks 25-yard line.
Now Tannehill.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Titans on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Tannehill. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On the give, here's Charbonnet.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Play action. It's Smith.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your